So finally, we get a chance to hear what the head coach, Mr. Phil Simmons, had to say. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, throughout the series against India, we were hearing from Nicholas Poor, people like Kyle Mayers, Brandon King, and these guys. But at the end of the series, we got a chance to hear what the coach is thinking. So I'm going to be sharing that post-match interview that was done. And I'm also going to be talking a little bit about Sunil Narine. Apparently had a good day in the 100 yesterday, picking up a couple of wickets. And we see Lara warning some people that are actually counting Virat Kohli out. So we're going to talk a little bit about those stories. As per usual, I'm going to ask you, my peeps, if you have not yet subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting on to be a member of this channel, man. Go ahead and subscribe, my peeps. Also, make sure you drop a comment and leave a like on the video. Alright, so let's get straight into it. First things first, let me say shout out to all the persons that were on the live show last night. Yeah, man, we went live for a couple of hours, had a good discussion. We were able to take apart a few things that went down in the series, a couple of things that we think need to change and stuff like that. So we're able to iron out the series, so we don't necessarily have to do a lot of videos talking about the series now. But we're just going to cover this interview. So Coach Phil Simmons, first things first, when he stepped up and was speaking to the media, he was speaking about the lessons that were learned. That was a question that was asked of him. What are the lessons learned coming out of this series against India? Man saying, basically that we give away our wickets too easily, give away our wickets too cheaply, and we are usually, generally speaking, up there with the run rate, but no wickets in hand to finish off games. So those are a couple of the things that he would have identified, that we give away the wickets too cheaply, too early, and we are not, we keep up with the run rate, and we are not able to close things out because we usually run out of wickets. Now, he was also speaking about the improvement that needs to be made going into the World Cup. The main thing, according to him, that he's concerned about is the batting. The batting needs to click because, the bowlers can get teams out or restrict teams for totals that you can say, is just round about par on certain pitches. But the batsmen from time to time don't necessarily come up with the goods. You understand? So he's looking at how we can bat and maximize efforts in the power play, especially, and winning small moments in the game. So batting out the power play, batting between overs number 8 to 12, and making sure that we are rotating strike and making sure that we are maximizing on the deliveries that and the bad deliveries, make sure we put them away for boundaries. Yeah, so those are a couple of the things that he was talking about. Stop giving away cheap wickets and make sure that we are making runs. But that is what cricket is about, and the guys are not doing it consistently. So all of what he's talking about, these are things that actually make up a good cricket team, or makes a cricket team good if they are able to do these things well and do them consistently. So all of these things that he's talking about, these are the things where we are losing games. And in the interview, man was a little bit nonchalant, just talking about these things like it's no big deal, it's nothing. And it's the same things that we keep on doing or not doing over and over while we are not producing. And just the way just the whole demeanor, when they are doing these interviews, it just leave you to wonder if they are really in it to win it, as we would say. You understand? He was also asked about Hetmeyer and what are his thoughts about Hetmeyer. Man went and said that Hetty seems as if he's back in form, and he's back to the Hetmeyer that we know and love. I am not too sure when Hetmeyer was out of form. He was better if he had said it seems as if he is now fit again. So he's able to play for West Indies and score runs for West Indies, because one would remember that he was always playing the game against quality bowlers and making runs. So the fact that he's now fit, he can play international cricket and he's scoring runs. So he's just hoping that he will remain consistent and continue to score runs for the team. You understand? According to him, moving forward, as a team, they need to understand the situation of the game. And I personally spoke about it yesterday when a couple of the guys went out there to bat with Hetmeyer holding down one end. If they were just reading the situation that they've found themselves in, they would just try to rotate the strike, try to get a boundary here and there instead of going out there and trying to go for the big shot from from ball one or from the get-go. So situational awareness, those are things that we continuously talk about, and we definitely need to see the players improving where those are concerned. He was also asked how close they are to selecting a World Cup squad, or to basically come up with the style of play that they are going to be working with going into this World Cup. He said it's difficult. He was saying it's difficult to say, but they will definitely sit down after the games against New Zealand. I think we have about 3 or so after the games against New Zealand. Sit down and pick the team. You understand, and pick a squad, because they will definitely be forced to pick a squad. So hopefully after that, they will have a better idea of where they are at in terms of the group and the sort of a style that they want to work with. So they will pick players to support what they are thinking about. I don't know. I don't know my viewers and subscribers. As I said, quite a few of the players that are there now, they are young. And these are things that they're going to continuously talk about, that the players are young, the players are coming through, and we are looking to keep them going. But, we are waiting to see how long they are willing to continue to say the players are young, and we are giving them time. You understand? As I said, Hetty, good to see him back in form. He said that Hetty is hitting the ball well, seems to be back in form, and he's definitely looking forward to the team continuing to grow. Said that it's small margins that we are losing some of the games by, especially where the bowling is concerned. Every now and again we might fire in the first part of the game, then we basically lose it at the back end, or vice versa. You understand? So we need consistency. He was asked about Obed McCoy also, and whether or not he's concerned about the fact that he would have taken some wickets. Man saying not too worried about Obed McCoy, because he would have proven that he's a champion, and basically, and he's able to bounce back and to get the business done when it is required of him. So those were some of the things that Coach Phil Simmons had to say coming out of that final T20 game there, basically summarizing the series, and said that they are moving forward to New Zealand, so to play against New Zealand. So we're going to be keeping a close eye, my peeps, as much as how we curse them, once the game is being played, we are always there watching it and then going and give our feedback. So those are the things that Coach Phil Simmons had to say. All right, so we're going to move on over to Sunil Narine, who recently made it clear that he will never say no to West Indies, but there are certain things, beyond closed door that needs to be sorted out. I don't know what those are. So, anyways, he is currently taking part in the 100, and apparently had a good game yesterday. I think it was basically helped to lead his team to victory. The Invincibles, he picked up 3 for 21. Yeah, man, so 3 for 21. And I think they're only allowed to bowl something like 20 deliveries, or if I'm not mistaken. I don't really follow all of the rules, but, I am aware that he picked up 3 wickets for 21 runs. And, he's definitely keeping himself busy these days where franchise cricket is concerned. So that is the Narine part of the story. And to close off, Brian Charles Lara, I saw where they were doing a report about what Brian Lara was saying about Virat Kohli. We know Kohli is going through a really rough time. Quite a few people are actually turning on him. Quite a few people saying that he has lost it. But Lara is reminding the people that they must not count out Kohli. This is actually what he said. Never write off Virat Kohli. He will come good again, and he will because he's a great player. So that's what he will say. Never write off Virat Kohli. He will come back as a much better player. Yeah. So never write off Virat Kohli. He will come back as a much better player. So we see Mr. Brian Lara, letting the people know that Kohli is still a man to be feared when it comes down to batting. So yeah, that is basically it, my peeps. We have made it to the end of the video. Once again, if you have made it to the end, just go ahead in the comment section and let me know that you made it to the end of the video. Big up on yourself.